What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to our next Avatar Bronze to Mythic draft. We're in High Diamond trying to make our way to Mythic. Season's coming to a close soon, though, so no rest days for us. Let's jump right in and see how we do. Here we go. Pack one, pick one. Avatar Aang. I have not gotten to play with this card. This card seems really fun. I just don't think it's good enough in draft. A lot has to come together for this card to work at all. Ideally, you want to play it when you already have something on the board that will trigger it right away to draw a card, but usually that's going to require you activating something. Earth King's Lieutenant also being in the pack and being possibly just about as good, if not better, I think it's an easy pick. It's half the colors, and more importantly, it's the colors of the allies, red and blue not really being the ally colors. And we'll let someone else live the Avatar Aang dream. We're going to play some allies and be pretty happy about it. Not a lot in this pack for us to come back. Maybe a Raucous Audience wheels, but maybe pretending Poxbearer's wheels, but pretty happy taking Earth King's Lieutenant and seeing what shakes out. Well, that's a pretty good rare. I like Airbending Lesson a lot. Like a lot. Pausing Say is pretty good. It's not crazy, but it is pretty good. And the fact that it takes up a land slot is nice because it's just a free roll essentially. I think it's enough better than Airbending Lesson. I'll take it, but if it wasn't in the pack, Airbending Lesson is a slam dunk here. But yeah, we'll take Bossing Say. Go rare to start us off here. Into wow, hot nothing. This pack's terrible actually. I mean, like I think the best card in this pack's Octopus form. Not even close. Tolls of War has been pretty good. Making allies off of sacking things and doing stuff. Foggy Swamp Vinebedder and Curious Farm Animals are both super filler. I often cut both of those in a lot of my decks. Foggy Swamp Vinebedder is an ally, I guess. I don't know, this pack is just awful. I feel like I'm not playing any of the cards I'm taking from it. I'm going to take a little bit of a reach here. I'm going to take Octopus Form. If we end up in Bant, which allies can very often pivot into, Octopus Form is so much better than anything else we could have taken there. Firebending Lesson 4th pick is a consideration. You know, just staying a little bit more open. I mean, Avatar Enthusiast is pretty filler most of the time. Firebending Lesson is not. Firebending Lesson is fantastic. Yeah, I like staying open in this format quite a bit, and Amma is probably the best card in the pack outside of Firebending Lesson. I don't like Bitter Work. Look at this, we've ended up taking every color for Avatar Aang, which is pretty funny, but I doubt it will wheel. And I still think Earth King's Lieutenant's the better first pick. I think the first 5 or 6 picks staying open in Avatar, unless you open an absolute bomb, something absolutely crazy like Appa, has been really rewarding. Like here we're getting a 5th pick Grand, which I think is the pick for me pretty easily. Grand has been incredible. Kyoshi Warriors is fine. It's a little bit filler, but it does the job. It makes 2 allies for Earth King's Lieutenant. But if we could play this Grand in like a Bant deck or even a blue-red lesson deck, like I would abandon both of my rares if it's clear that I should be in blue-red. Although I would say it's obviously not clear. There's an airbending lesson and a waterbending lesson here. I think airbending lesson is the better card. Waterbending lesson goes with Grand and Octopus form quite well. I think airbending lesson is enough better that I'm going to take it here. Waterbending lesson's been really good. It's a pretty tough choice, I would say. Rocky Rebuke's also in the pack. I want removal. I have no removal at this point. And airbending lesson is moving in the right direction towards removal. Though a black land does not help us at all here. It's like the farthest thing away from what we're doing. Yip's not bad if we're going to be in a deck with a bunch of allies and white cards. It's also a lesson. Yeah, I'll take Yip here over Iguana Parrot, which I'm like pretty so-so on. Could have also taken 20 gems with the Tiger Seal. I don't think that's a consideration this early though when we have good cards in the pack that we can take. And this is definitely one where we're going to have to figure out our lane a little bit. White Lotus Hideout casting for any color for lessons when we have Octopus Form, Firebending Lesson. The other option is taking Rocky Rebuke as a removal spell in green. I think we're moving towards just being Bant. And if we're Bant, I think Rocky Rebuke is going to be better. White Lotus Hideout's really good in our deck. But I don't want to signal that green is open by passing a Rocky Rebuke this late. And look, we're now getting a second Rocky Rebuke. I could take Messenger Hawk, it's pretty decent, but 2 Rocky Rebukes kind of cements me into what I'm doing here. These are all unpickable cards. Energy Bending as a lesson that cycles and can cost 1 less off of Gran is probably the most likely to make my deck. I really don't like playing it though. Very rarely do. Same with Soka's Haiku. I do not like this card at all. I'd rather have a Foggy Swamp Mindbender as an ally. And here, I'm going to take a Farm Animals. It could make the deck. Unlikely, but it could. And let's see what we open. Hey, it's Appa! We said it. We're sticking to it now. That's a pretty crazy card with Earth King's Lieutenant. It's a pretty crazy card in general. Makes a ton of allies, protects your stuff, Flash Flyer, just does everything. Yip Yip and Octopus form go great with it. I don't want to play this Energy Bending or this Foggy Swamp Mindbender, but I'll play them if we don't have anything else to play. Boomy is good. We have 1, 2, 3 lessons so far. 4 if you count Energy Bending, which I kind of don't. And if you are playing Boomy and then, Appaing him and doing all that, that's pretty darn good. Problem is, I think Sokka's just better. I think Sokka's, like, in a vacuum, just a better card, especially if we're going to be white and blue, and makes it easier to cast both sides of the Sokka. I mean, obviously, if you were white-blue specifically, Sokka's free. He's just colorless. Here we have the Boulder. We have Avatar Enthusiasts. I like the Boulder. He's not an ally, which is relevant, but he does kind of just become like a 1-card synergy. I think here I'm going to take Avatar Enthusiasts. We now have a bunch of ways to synergize playing allies. Avatar Enthusiast is really good with Appa. And I don't know, green's feeling more and more like maybe like our side card, or maybe even a color we don't play, depending on how things go. Here we have a Compassionate Healer and a Watery Grasp. For removal, we have double Rocky Rebuke and an Airbending lesson. So Watery Grasp is definitely a consideration. Also Water Bends. However, Compassionate Healer has just been so impressive. I think I gotta take removal. Watery Grasp is just really strong. It's been very effective. Appa doesn't need a lot of things to be amazing, and as a result, just getting to Appa seems more important to me. And it's seeming like maybe we are just white-blue and we're cutting like Bossing Say, Earth King's Lieutenant, and all that. I'm not against doing that, but I would love to be able to play the double removal spell, Earth King's Lieutenant, and our other rare. So these 2 cards are like super on the fringe, Energy Bending and Foggy Swamp Mindbender. Energy Bending is pretty cute with Gran, making it cost 1 less and actually being able to use it as fixing. Problem is, it just often doesn't really do anything, honestly. Here we have a Lost Days and we have a second Airbending lesson. I think this time I'm going to take Lost Days. I think it has been really impressive. Airbending lesson is good. I like it as a way to protect Appa. But Lost Days also kind of does that, but it's a much more effective removal spell. And we need some, I would say, like more effective removal spells. There's a lot of cards where Airbending lesson isn't a removal spell at all, and Lost Days kind of is. So just gotta keep that in mind. Lost Days on Earth Lands is just brutal. Here we have a Barrels. I really like taking Barrels here over First Time Flyer. First Time Flyer is not bad. It's an ally for our Avatar Enthusiasts. It's a 2-drop, which we have somehow none of. But Barrels makes me feel like I'm very confidently playing all these 2-drops in green. So I'm going to take it here. And here, I like Water Tribe Captain as much as the next guy, but I think this is a Rowdy Snowballers deck. Being able to blink it with Appa and kind of just slow the game down quite a bit seems ideal. Messenger Hawk kind of in the same boat. It's a flyer. It's not an ally, but neither is Earth Kingdom Soldier, and it making the repetitive clues is pretty amazing. It also helps us get to kind of our mid to late game. Appa is a 4-drop, but you want a lot of mana with him so that you can do all the combo-y things where you exile a bunch of your own stuff and replay it all. And we are super highly looking. Oh, this is a nice Master Paku from our opening pack. That's a good wheel. We're super highly looking for any of the permanents that airbend something. Bender's Water Skin, not really a consideration. Red Greenland, when we have a firebending lesson, probably not happening. Problem is, I do not like Raburu Troop at all. I'm going to take Umashu City. I feel like it's more likely I open a red card I want to play. Ooh, Wandering Musicians or a second Rowdy Snowballers. They're both allies. They both kind of do all the things. I think this is a Wandering Musician spot. I want a little bit more in the win condition category, and that sure is that. I'll take an Air Nomad Legacy, I guess. I'm pretty far away from playing it. Same with a second Yip Yip. I don't think I'm playing this Curious Farm Animals at this point. Avatar Destiny is not something I'm super excited by. Toph, I'm pretty excited by. Generally, it's a good card, but it's red. We did pick up the red land. I don't know how I feel about playing a fourth color here, though. When I could just take, like, Airbending Lesson number 2 or It'll Quench Ya. Honestly, I'm leaning towards It'll Quench Ya as a disruptive piece. There's also a green-white land we'll probably wheel. Yeah, I think this is an It'll Quench Ya for me. There's a bunch of reasons, but one of them is that this deck doesn't have a crazy amount of early 2-drop plays. I need a little bit more in the lessons category, and being able to protect some of my flashier instant speed things seems pretty good. Mystic Remora, cool card. Not really a card I'm going to pick up in draft, I don't think. There's a Haru and a second Bossing Say. Haru earthbending off of all of my allies seems really good. There's also another Lost Days though, and I kind of want to take Lost Days. It sounds crazy, but it just is so effective in these kind of like tempo-y, control-y decks at just slowing the game down. We already have one Bossing Say. This is a tough choice. I don't think Iroh is a consideration at all for us. I really don't want to be playing red. I'm gonna take Haru as a 2-mana ally. I think it's really hard to go wrong with that choice. And then here we have a first-time flyers over a glider kids. I have plenty of 3s, not a lot of 2s. I think this is a pretty easy glider or first-time flyer for me. We could wheel the battle fan for sure, and I would play it most likely. I actually have been really high on that card. It's great with Appa, being able to make the ally initially, and then later on in the game, you airbend it, and it's basically like you redrew it, right? It's just a free card because it's still 2 mana, it's still colorless, all the things, but it gives you a free trigger off of Appa as well. So eventually it just becomes worth it. Unlucky Cabbage Merchant in my 3-color deck seems pretty good. Problem is there's a waterbending lesson, and that seems really good. The tough choice for sure. He's not an ally, which is a little bit sad, but the fixing is probably better. I don't know. I think this is a really tough choice. I'm going to take the Cabbage Merchant, I think. And then second It'll Quench Ya seems great. I don't think there's much of a consideration for taking Earth Village, Ruffians, or Zuko's Exile. So I'll just quench things up. I don't know if I'll play 2 Yip Yips. That's definitely a question. Here, I don't think I want a third It'll Quench Ya. I think I'd rather have another creature. We're a little low on creatures, right? We have a Grand, Earth King's Lieutenant, and it's a good one. So I'm pretty happy taking that there. Allies at Last is amazing in this deck as another removal spell. Yeah, it's just great in this deck. I mean, we're going to have a lot of allies in play, and the 2 allies being able to team up on 1 seems like what we want to be doing. Oh my goodness. 8th pick, Earth Kingdom Protectors. What a pickup. Is nobody in allies? What is happening? I mean, I'll take it for sure. Yip Yip seeming like more of the cut here. Like we're moving in this direction. Maybe we cut one of the Rocky Rebukes now that we have such good removal. We took these Rocky Rebukes when we had basically no removal, and now it's seeming less likely that we'll play them at all. Third Yip Yip, no thanks. I'll take my 20 gems, and I'm not playing any of these cards. Rebellious Captives I've really dropped down on. It was good for a while, I feel like, and it's really... Okay, first time flyer and Lost Days. That's nuts. I don't even know what I want to take here. I feel like it's first time flyer. We have removal. We're not worried about that. I'm worried about having creatures to actually play. I'll take the uncommon to fill our vault a little faster, because why not? And we're going to have to make some cuts here. This is going to be tough. Wow, we got a 12 pick waterbending lesson. I don't know what's going on. What I do know is we have some choices to make. What isn't making the cut? The cards I'm considering cutting. Maybe one of these Rocky Rebukes, probably not both, but maybe one. Yeah, I mean, we're kind of land, obviously, off of having barrels, Cabbage Merchant, and then just a lot of card draw. We have airbending lesson, waterbending lesson, lost days, making a clue, grand filtering, draw discard, all that, and all the messenger hawk and Sokka drawing cards. So we have a lot of card draw, so I'm not too worried about getting all the cards in. This is a tough one, for sure. I'm not really sure what all of our cuts are. No point in cutting the land right now, but we know we need to cut 4 cards. I don't think it's both Rocky Rebukes. So let's look at our removal. We have double Rocky Rebuke, Lost Days, Allies at Last, Airbending Lesson, double It'll Quench Ya, which can be decent with Airbending Lesson or Airbending in general because you airbend it and then they try to play multiple things in one turn and you get to counter one of the things that they drop back down. And then for non-creature spells, we also have an Octopus form, a Waterbending Lesson. I'm just looking for I don't know, Rocky Rebuke doesn't seem fantastic in our deck, right? Like early, we're going to have maybe a first-time flyer, but unless we play it at somehow turn 1 lesson, then it's a 1-2, and then we're fighting with it. Like Rocky Rebuke just not seeming like the best. I think the 2 Yip Yips are easy cuts. So now we need one more cut from amongst everything here. Curve looks great. I'm really happy keeping a Wandering Musicians as just a later game threat off of having just a bunch of like Earthnet lands with Haru or a bunch of 1/1s off of Appa. Avatar Enthusiast seems pretty good. I feel like I need the card draw and a little bit of flying from Messenger Hawk. And it's another good thing to Appa. This is a tough one. I'm not really sure what the last cut is here. Usually I feel pretty good about cuts coming into it, but could be Rowdy Snowballers. We have a lot of good removal. It doesn't replace itself. It's okay with Appa, and otherwise it's just fine. It does pump the Earth King's Lieutenant and the Haru, or work better with both of those, I would say. I think I like having Messenger Hawk better than a Rowdy Snowballers, even though it's not an ally. Our ally count's not super high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 allies total. I guess that's pretty good, actually. Yeah, I'm going to do a Rowdy Snowballers. And now that we've figured that out, we're going to check our lands. 5, 8, 12. Counting this as red and this as black, but we know that's not really true. So 5, 8, 12. What doesn't get the cut? I feel like we have less of a need for white cards early, for sure. I know Appa's double white, but like other than Earth Kingdom Protectors, we're not playing a white Earth King's Lieutenant on turn 1 or turn 2 very often. I'm pretty happy just cutting this down to 5 and then off of Barrels and the Cabbage Merchant going and getting green. If anything, I actually want to have like another green because Unlucky Cabbage Merchant helps fix for that. There's also the consideration of, do I even play green still? Like now that we've built the deck, this sounds a little crazy. I guess I should have considered this too. So that's our 5 green cards plus Bossing Say, right? We could instead run double Yip Yip, Rowdy Snowballers, Curious Farm Animals, Air Nomad's Legacy off of double First Time Flyer, Messenger Hawk, Appa? Or yeah, Air Nomad's Legacy. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then maybe we just splash the Earth King's Lieutenant and Allies at Last off of a Barrels, keep the Bossing Say in. Ooh, I'm actually kind of liking what I'm seeing here. Cut Curious Farm Animals and cut... Is Air Nomad Legacy worth it? With 1, 2, 3, 4 flyers in the whole deck. Makes a clue. 2 color though. I think I'd rather run Yip Yips. I don't have a ton of early creatures, but mid to late game it's pretty good. We don't care about the clue too much. Yeah. So I could run something like this. This is 40 cards off of 16 lands, and we just cut back way hard on green with the expectation we'll find it eventually. Problem is Bossing Say does take green to Earthbend too. But it's kind of a free roll. Like it just sits in play as a green land that enters untapped. It's basically a forest. We have no non-basics. So other than turn 1, it enters untapped. Yeah, I don't like running Rocket Book in this deck at all. And Haru and Cabbage Merchant, Haru's good. I like it better than some of the other things, but I think Yip with our first time flyers, Master Paku, Avatar Enthusiast, Sokka is pretty great. Get the right snowballers in. All right, I like this. And then we cut another forest for another plains. Yeah, this is a little arrogant, as Paul Cheon would say, but I like it. I like this deck. All right, this is what we're going to run with. We're doing a little bit of Bant Allies splashing for an excellent removal spell and the Earth King's Lieutenant, both of which I'm kind of okay with waiting on finding a forest to get or my barrels to get. We have a lot of good card draw and a lot of good, basically, stall. Like, we can go the distance with this deck and eventually find the colors that we need, and that's what we're going to hope to do off the back of Appa. Let's jump in and see how we do. Game 1. Yeah, well, I mean, I wasn't keeping this hand anyway. Double island in my 3-color deck with literally nothing playable off of it. So fun. Okay. I will keep this hand. Putting... I don't even know. Is it Earth King's Lieutenant? Feels wrong. I guess it's Airbending Lesson then. We're on the draw. Yeah. Turn 1 barrels is good though. Turn 1 barrels is really good. Don't have a lot of 1-drops in our deck, so playing a 1-drop is always pretty nice. I love them not doing anything on turn 2, because I'm not going to do anything on turn 2. I'm just going to hold up It'll Quench It. Into Appa. But now I just play the Earth King's Lieutenant. If they want to counter it, so be it. If they want to remove it, I have an Octopus form. See what they want to do here. Would love to draw a land. I would love them to just try to sold out this, so that would be incredible for me. See what they want to do. Pass. Yeah, get your 1 in. I accept. That's fine. Not blocking that. No land is really bad. Like, really bad, actually. I guess I'm holding up It'll Quench Ya and Octopus form, but that is a bummer. Here, I think I'd rather have Airbending Lesson over Avatar Enthusiast, but I didn't know that's how this game would go. They get to get in for 2. I'm not blocking. Can't block the Callous Inspector. No point in blocking the Forecasting Fortune Teller. North Pole Patrol. No thanks. That's pretty good here. And it looks like they have as their last card the 1 mana untap a creature. Bossing say I will play my Avatar Enthusiasts. Do I want to trade Octopus form for Octopus form? I don't think I do. So I can attack, they Octopus form like Forecasting Fortune Teller to try and block, and then I Octopus form Earth King's Lieutenant after they block and they just bounce. I think my Octopus form's worth a lot more to me since I have an Appa in hand. Which I can cast. So I guess it's Wandering Musicians. Well, I'm holding up Appa now. I guess it is Octopus form. That's crazy, actually. Because this coming turn, I'll be able to hold up Appa as protection instead. If they have Octopus form as one of their cards, they could attack with Callous Inspector. But I'm down to hang out. I'm just going to play Appa. Right? Earthbend 2 is only as a sorcery, but also isn't really great here. But playing Appa, and even if I airbend nothing, I put a counter on both my creatures that way. Right, Appa right now is just a 4-mana, 3/4, flash flying. I mean, I will just pass. That's fantastic for me. I'd really love to draw a land, but if we're just going to pass, that works for me. This Lost Days? Sold out, but now they're holding up frickin' It'll Quench Ya. Yeah, if they got it, they got it. I need to play something. And I put a 1/1 counter on all the things. I will target just the Earth King's Lieutenant. I don't really want to be replaying the barrels when I'm so mana tight. I guess they don't have It'll Quench Ya, but they do probably have another removal spell. That would not be surprising. Watery Grasp, immediately shuffle it away. It's on cast trigger, so you don't want to let me cast this Earth King's Lieutenant at all. You just want to shuffle this away immediately. Sure. I can redraw it eventually, right? So I get back to getting in for 1. You got it. Well, first time flyer is a pretty fantastic draw. It seems like they still have a Watery Grasp as one of their last cards here. So that's important to consider. But they just used the tap down effect. So I'm feeling a little bit more accepting of that. Not jump blocking at the Corrupt Court Official is a choice. But I feel like Avatar Enthusiast isn't long for this world. So getting in the damage when I now have a 3/4 flyer. Yeah, that's fine. Earth King's Lieutenant's going to become a problem pretty quickly. Land's a pretty great draw. Lost Days. I don't mind redrawing that. It's another ally. Yeah, I'll take 2. I'll take 3. Land would be amazing. Land is amazing. I can Lost Days my own Avatar Enthusiasts, which I don't really like. I think I just play the 4-drop here, and the next turn we're playing Messenger Hawk and the first time flyer, and it is painfully obvious that their last card is Watery Grasp, so, not Watery Grasp, Octopus Form, so there's absolutely no point in attacking into that, and just losing my Earth King's Lieutenant. Eventually we'll have to deal with the Watery Grasp, or the Octopus Form. It's not really a big deal right now. I'm going to play Messenger Hawk first, because I think it's more important to get it down in case they have a, now they have an It'll Quench Ya. Like if they want to counter first time flyer, that's fine. No attacks. They have the protection spell for the Lost Days, so eventually that's a thing. But I now get to start doing Bossing Say. So that is going to be something they have to deal with. And I have the Air Raid. For now, I'm just going to attack with the 2/3. I want more blockers. But we're holding up the Clue here. And potentially, like, a removal spell or whatnot. They do get to start doing this every turn. Surveil 1, sack the Callous Inspector, lose a life, make a Clue. Those life points are going to matter quite a bit, though. We got another removal spell. It'll matter eventually. Yep, that's another one. Wow, that's like 3 Watery Grasps. Alright. I would prefer to do this on my turn just to guarantee the draw. Lands are even good, so I'm not upset about it. Yeah, because now I can just keep playing Bossing Say on things. We put it on here. We're at 11. They have 6 on board. I'm not too worried about that. This has trample as well. Yeah, I think we just swing out. Get my Wandering Musicians trigger, force some chump blocks. Even if they like untap this and make it a 3/3, my attacks are still pretty great. This becomes a 3/5. Yeah, they're gonna have to like double block to kill that. Seems pretty good. We know one of the cards in their hand is the untap a creature, give it +1/+1 hexproof. And we really want that out of their hand. Cool! That's a win! Here we go. I have Grand into First Time Flyer, into Master Paku, or maybe the alternate of those 2 drops. We'll figure it out. But either way, turn 1 Grand be great. Even on the draw. Bossing Say, free roll green source. We'll eventually find a forest to be able to use it, but I'm in no rush. Alrighty. I'll play Island and attack first. I do not need more islands, please. And I'll play a First Time Flyer. I feel like it's quite likely we'll find a lesson for First Time Flyer to be a 2/3 immediately. Then we'll do something else. I'm gonna get Bossing Say down. And I'm just gonna put down the Avatar Enthusiasts and get in for my 1. They'll get to get in for 3 here. Can't really block it, but we have a Wari Grass. Makes me feel a little bit safer if they do attack here. I don't love Wari Grass being a Water Tribe Captain because as an activate ability, it keeps it relevant down the line, but I'll do what I gotta do. I could also Wari Grass whatever they play here as a 4-drop and then shuffle it away. Oh, I don't like that at all. I think I'm just gonna play Master Paku and say go. Get my Avatar Enthusiast trigger. This could be Appa. It's a weird... It could be destroy target attacking creature. It could be Appa. It could be Razor Rings. It could be Firebending Lesson. Airbending Lesson. Why would you do that pre-combat? Like, never a world where I was going to do that. I'm not attacking with Avatar Enthusiasts as a 3/3 into your Water Tribe Captain. It's a terrible trade for me. My Avatar Enthusiast is a clock. Eventually, it is a problem. Your Water Tribe Captain just is a dude right now. And will be for a while. I may Wari Grasp something here just to tap Grand and get a card out of my hand. Another First Time Flyer. It's pretty decent. I'm getting him for 1. I really don't want this land. I really don't want just Wari Grass like a Water Tribe Captain to shuffle it away. It's such a non-issue. Like, they're going to play something eventually here that requires removal, and it's my only removal spell. Yeah, I'll take 6, and if you want to make it 8 for 5 mana, so be it, man. And now Wari Grass looks pretty good. Sure. Wari Musicians looks even better. Holy moly. And I'm going to keep the land in hand. They do have red-white available, so this could be another Airbending Lesson. It can be a trick. I'm going to not play Wari Grasp first. I'm going to go Combat first instead. I feel like, yeah, they have another trick. I'll play... I'll attack like this. And... I don't really want to play Island Avatar Enthusiast, but it seems right. The other option is we just Wari Grass finally. That was our turn. Yeah, I'll play Avatar Enthusiast then. Just get on the board. Like, we're at 14. I'm not really worried about dying. I have a Wandering Musicians, which blocks incredibly well on this board. Although that does deal with it. Prevents them from being able to pump. So I could double block Wara Tribe Captain now with Paku and Avatar Enthusiast, and they only get to kill one. Oh, no. Well, that came out of nowhere. What has Menace? The 3-1? Okay, so if I block nothing, I die. But do I have a way to win on the crackback? Not really ever, right? Oh, this is terrible for me. What a draw. That's so good here. And yeah, correct to put it on the ally, so I can't just really effectively chump block it. I can trade Master Paku and Avatar Enthusiast for War Tribe Captain and take 12 down to 2. I can trade Grand to save 4 life. Yeah. They get a 1-1 out of this, and then I'm left with both first-time flyers, and eventually a Wandering Musicians that they're gonna sack. Wari grasping this now seems necessary. And then Sokka seems pretty good here. I need to leave 1 creature back in case I need to shuffle away the Wari Grasp Kyoshi Warriors somehow, like they airbend it. If they try to airbend it. Master Pion Dao is gnarly. Wow, what a draw. Alright. Rally Snowballers is an amazing top deck. Holy moly. I'm so glad I put this in my deck. I attack with 2... What am I afraid of? Second has Star Riot? No, Sokka has Vigilance. Alright. Top deck allies at last? Yes, please. End turn. We'll use that to kill Master Pion Dao if we need to. Compassionate Healer doesn't matter. Pass. My turn. It'll quench ya. Probably not a card that is going to work. I can use it on my own allies at last to get a lesson in the graveyard. So if you start hitting for 2, 4, 6, I swing for 8. That seems like it's not the move. Let's attack first. See what we draw. Because I can do all this at instant speed. Oh, Yip is insane. Yip the Sokka. 2, 4, 8. I'm 1 off lethal. Nope, we just gotta see what they want to do here. Yeah, that happens. I don't want to quench you that. Because I can just pay it. I already have a lesson to put in the graveyard. See if they do no blocks. Pretty crazy. They do no blocks. And I'm just gonna end my turn. And I'm gonna hold up all of this. Next turn, Yip is lethal, so they go straight to combat. I use allies at last to have these 2 creatures eat Mr. Pion Dao, and then Yip protects them. Or it doesn't really protect them, like they can kill one, but then I Yip the other to make them big enough that they block. And they don't have the damage here. I block 2 things, I go to 3. The dream is they just play a big thing here. Yeah. If their last card is Lightning Strike, or a way to deal 3 damage, they win. We block. Go to damage. Last card, Lightning Strike. Last card, Avatar Enthusiasts. G to the G, friend. I will shuffle this away, because I can. My turn. Land. I yip Basaka. And now I have 8 in the air. 2-0. Yip's so good. Alright, we're moving in the right direction here. Alright. Turn 1 barrels. Game on. Although I actually lead on a Grand. Going second all 3 games. Not exciting, but that's okay. There's no world where we're playing Earth King's Lieutenant because we can't. Oh, that's not going to go how you think it goes, friend. I think it's game over. I shall have that forest no longer untapped. So they just strip mine themselves on their forest. That feels pretty good. Yeah, I'm not blocking that. You got it. Earth King's Lieutenant holding up Yip. Yes, please. I don't really have anything I want to draw a discard. I want to use Yip this turn and then just play Messenger Hawk or Waterbending Lesson based off what we draw. Suki's pretty good. I guess I want to kill the captives long term. It does give them a thing back. Can't do nothing about it. Turn a creature into a creature. Do I just Waterbending Lesson here? Probably. And then I can just tap things to keep all the cards if I need to. No. I'd rather have blockers after drawing 3 lands off the top. Alright. Well, we got blockers. The 2-1 doesn't really do anything. Although it does mean they can attack with Suki. The next turn I'm blowing up Suki with the barrels now that I have all my colors. This is quite the opener though. Frickin' Badgermole Cub into Suki is... If we didn't have a way to tap this down, I feel like we lost this game. Like, if we didn't have exactly Watery Grasp. Yep, they attack with everything. This is a free block. If they want to use a trick on it, so be it. They get the 2-1 back, so it's not even like they're getting anything out of it, really. They could have done that anyway. Another land. Cool. If they have a protection spell for Suki here, we lose. Awesome. We don't lose. We're at 10, though. So I think I have to block here. I have no allies in hand. Large Tribe Captain's a good draw for them. Yip's a great draw for me. Because it means I can trade with the Messenger Hawk. Or not even trade, it just kills the Large Tribe Captain, right? I can't kill the Water Tribe Captain. That's really annoying. This becomes 3, and then they pump, and it saves it. So I have to block the Badgermole Cub, and they can get him for 4. If they're spending their whole turn dealing 1 damage to me, though, I feel like I'm in a decent spot. I just need them not to have a trick here. They have another trick. Okay. Okay. They're not spending their whole turn. Wall Top Sentries is pretty good. I'd hate to see It'll Quench You Now. Appa? Yes. Oh, that's a lot of creatures. Stop giving me lands, you suck. I play Appa. I have to do this all at sorcery speed, which is really annoying. But I play Appa and I replay Messenger Hawk off of the Appa. Oh. Oh, that's way better. I didn't even see that I could do this. I forgot it's any non-land permanent. I can give them the 1/1 land back, which is another creature, but then tap down. Ooh, this is a choice. Do I just keep the Messenger Hawk? No, I feel like I gotta replay the Messenger Hawk here. Man, Water Tribe Captain's so annoying right now. So if I don't do the Messenger Hawk, I just play the Watery Grasp. I play it on Water Tribe Captain. I can't shuffle it away right now. So they get a turn of being able to threaten pumping everything. But pumping everything doesn't actually do anything. So I just have to take... Yeah, if I let 2 creatures through, I die. So I can't put the Messenger Hawk back if I do it this way. If I put the Messenger Hawk back, I'm just getting the clue. I see. Yeah, we just have to do Messenger Hawk and replay it. I can't give them the land or I die. Ain't that fun. But this, Appa makes me a creature and gives me a clue here, and I can trade off a creature. We chump block, and then put Appa on the Poxbearers. And then when they pump, we don't die. Uh-huh. So Appa goes there. These go here. It doesn't really matter. Ow. I guess I can keep the Messenger Hawk. They can't kill me. They can put me to 1. Do I want to go to 1? Or 2? If I'm going to chump block, I might as well chump block this one and then go to 2. Or 3. Yeah. This seems like the move. They have a trick here. It's pretty bad, but we're going to shuffle away their land so they have another bad draw. They put me to 2. I have 2 blockers and a clue, so any land keeps me in this, and they have a land to play. Sure. Allies at last. Fantastic. We're doing that right now. Master Haku. And allies at last. Go away. And I'm at 2 life, so I am not going to attack right now, but I am going to block Walltop Sentries with Appa. They get their 2 life, I assume. They have a... Oh, they have no lesson. They're at 20 life, right? So we have a lot of magic to play here. But Master Paku mills through 3 on attacks. It's pretty fun. That's 2 creatures. They didn't attack with Walltop Sentries? Well, now I'm in business. I got 4 creatures to your 3. I've drawn more lands than you. 8, 9 lands drawn. I've also drawn 6 more cards, but... So I've drawn 9, and I have 7 in the deck then. One of them's Bossing Say, which isn't even a bad draw. So there's 6 bad draws in the deck in lands. Sokka is a fantastic draw. Next. Next turn, I can attack with Sokka and the Messenger Hawk in the air. And Wandering Musicians. I can start attacking, basically. Bossing Say. Yeah. It's pretty good. Do I even want to attack with the Messenger Hawk? I think I just attack with Sokka and Wandering Musicians, make them both 3 power, and force them to block one of them. Yeah, I'll take my free roll. 3 creatures to 3 creatures. Lost Days, amazing. See how they want to block. I'll trade. I mean, this Walltop Sentries is kind of stopping everything. I have 2 amazing flyers here. Bossing Say costs 4. I'd rather hold up a Lost Days. And then next turn I can Lost Days and Bossing Say if they don't do anything worth Lost Daysing, which they didn't. Land, Bossing Say on an island. And now I'm holding up Lost Days as well. Go to combat. I don't want to attack with both flyers. I do have a Lost Days, though, if they have a way to do shenaniganry. I guess I'm attacking with Wandering Musicians and Messenger Hawk. Appa blocks better. If they're going to kill something, I'd rather they kill the Messenger Hawk. It was a close game. I think we stabilized as the control deck. They need tricks. They need, like, Appa into other stuff. That is fine. I will shuffle the land into your deck that you Earthbend. And the land will be tapped. They're getting pretty low here. Pass. Yeah, I'm just gonna Earthbend again, right? I guess first time flyer is better, since it's another flyer. I guess I can see what they want to do. This becomes a 4/4. They're at 12. I think I just attack with Appa. And then I'm going to play first time flyer and say go. Well, actually, do I have the mana to 1, 2, 3, make an untapped land? Nope. Alright, we just say go. Holding up Lost Days. Seems pretty good. Yeah, they Earthbend the land. It's a 2/2. I'm holding up Lost Days, though, so I'm not worried. I am not worried. They need some way to get through the damage. They have 2 creature types that are the same. I'm thinking like they could draw Secret Tunnel and then give these 2 creatures unblockable because they share a creature type. And then in response, I shuffle away the Rebellious Captive so I don't die. Depending on the removal spell, I could also use Lost Days on my own thing to protect it. Yeah. All attack. That's pretty sketch. Pretty sketch. Earthbent land on the 3/1, 2/3 on the 2/2, 2/5 on the 4/4 because it's free real estate, and then Messenger Hawk here. Everything's blocked. And I have a combat trick. So here I'm fine with just going to damage, right? I lose my land, they lose their land, they both come back. They Earthbend 2, these bounce, they lose their 1/1. I lose nothing else. Like, what am I not, like, seeing here? Like, I guess I could have Yip Yip for Rebellious Captives. Most of the ways they use Yip Yip, I think I just let it resolve. There's nothing here I think is worth saving. We're also getting to a point where Master Paku is my own win condition as well. +1/+1 and an Origin of Metal Bending. Well, that is the best possible thing for me to be able to Lost Days, so yeah, that seems like a no-brainer. They put it on the bottom. Shocking. Go to damage. You Earthbend 2, and I get a land back. You lost your 1/1. And I get to draw a card. Avatar the Last Airbender, sure. You're kind of just dying. Second Rebellious Captives, nice. Are yous dead? I Bossing Say a land, and then I attack with everything. The biggest things will be Wandering Musicians on the ground and the land, so you'll block 3/3. Master Paku will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good game. Double check. Land is the things you have to block. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then Wandering Musicians makes it 11. And they don't have the mana to do anything else. I think you should mill 4 cards. Sure. GG. We're 3-0. Alright. Wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. We were too light for most of that game. Wasn't even close. No stress. No stress. One lander. I have a barrels though. I could keep it. Also, we're on the draw for the 4th game in a row. No thanks. I don't love that. Kind of want to put back Avatar Enthusiast. The Messenger Hawk is way easier to attack with Sokka. And it draws a card. Seems good. Ooh, turn 1 Callous Inspector. Yuck. It's fair game though. I'd really like to go first. It's pretty, crazy concept. I'd also like to not be mulliganing like every turn, but what do I know about nothing? I attack. Well, this is a pretty solid start. 1 drop, 2 drop. Sokka is my 3 drop. I allow it. Protecting Sokka is way better. Right, like if they have a Boomy Splash here, I'm always protecting the Sokka instead. It does prevent me from drawing cards, so it's probably still right to do the Boomy Splash, otherwise I'm going to start attacking. Is a card worth Earth Kingdom Protectors? Would I sacrifice Earth Kingdom Protectors right now to draw a card? Probably not. I think I'd rather play Messenger Hawk and just pass. Well, I guess I get to get him for 2 either way. Because they could have chump blocked with Callous Inspector and I give them a clue to sacrifice or whatever, but feeling pretty good here. Sold Out is an exile effect. That's very rude. This just gives Indestructible. I'm not blocking that. You can have it. I will draw. Airbending Lesson. It's pretty good. Play my dude. Next. Go to combat. I think Earth Kingdom Protectors is definitely worth more than a Callous Inspector. Gives them the clue. I can protect my flyer this way. June's pretty good. Quite probably the thing I will be airbending lessening. They have black-red available. June, go away. This draws me a card and gives me a lesson, so. And this is why we didn't play a land. In case I drew Bossing Say exactly. I don't feel like trading Wolfbat for Messenger Hawk is very good. I just play June, sack the Callous Inspector. Now this, I think, is worth saving. The 1/1 Vigilance is not doing more than the 2/3 flyer for sure. Alright. So the worst draws in our deck are all lands, but Forest means that Bossing Say can start doing Bossing Say things, so that's not even that bad. Astarter Riot discarded. That's a little scary. Yeah, can't block that. Well, it looks like we're going to have to... Oh my gosh. How many lands has this been? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9? 9 lands in the top 15. So there's 7 lands left in our whole deck. I guess we're clamming up. Problem is they can start making June unblockable. The 2/3 is a very effective card here for sure. They lose a life and make 2 clues. They play their own Messenger Hawk. Sack a clue, June becomes unblockable, they get him for 2. Yeah, non-forest land is like the worst draw in our deck. It'll Quench is probably the next worst draw. Okay. This is ridiculous. 4, 8, 9. I mean, Quench is technically not a land, but hard to imagine a worse card I could have drawn. It might be really good. Like, they'd crack the clue and then they play like a Zula. You know? But... Or sold out number 2. Boomy's Bash. Alright, Quench was pretty good. And their last card is either Firebending Lesson, or it's Firebending Lesson, right? I think I have to trade this off. And then they just Firebending Lesson the Messenger Hawk. Alright, whatever. That's nuts. We've seen 17 cards. Hold on, are we running 4 green sources, so the boss thing's saying 3 forests? Because if so, like, okay. It doesn't matter. There's nothing we could have done this game. We drew land, 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 land. Deck is so good. Can't believe we're losing a game like this, but it doesn't have anything to do with anything we've done. Yeah, I take the 4. Yeah. Highly is a great draw for them. I'm gonna draw a forest now, because that's like the funniest, not technically bad draw. That's awful. Okay. Thanks, deck. That was really fun. I really liked how I didn't get to play the game. Okay. Alright. Let's keep it going. Shake it off. Like nothing happened. Turn 2, it'll Quench ya. Turn 3, Messenger Hawk or Sokka, depending on how I'm feeling. We're going second again, because of course we are. Turn 1, Octopus Form. Can't do that. I want to see them pass turn 2. Cool, I'll pass turn 2. Accumulate Wisdom. Abandoned Attachments. So, the reason I'm doing this, it's not like the best card to counter, but I don't really want to be holding up a counterspell next turn. I want to play my stuff. I want to play Sokka with Octopus Form out, so I'm going to play Messenger Hawk here first. I want to play Sokka and be able to attack. Wow. Okay. Land. Play Sokka. I will attack. Pass. And then we Octopus Form whatever it is they try to kill it with. Because you gotta kill Sokka. Especially with a Messenger Hawk in play, no less. Earthbending Lesson. Ugh. And then no blocks. Or no attacks. Do I play a land? I don't think I play a land. I could very easily draw something way better. So we're attacking here. And I will trade Sokka for Herbalist if they double block. And if they single block, I will just protect it. I think that's worth it. Certainly now that we are going to be able to play Appa next turn. Play Wandering Musicians here. I want the card. It also deals 3 damage to them on the attack if I do it that way. We need to draw to a green source eventually, and we needed a white source for Appa. But next turn we'll be able to crack the clue and be holding up Appa. So I can just attack with Messenger Hawk and crack the clue to get my 3 in. Also, Wandering Musicians block Sumashu City pretty well, which is why I didn't want to play or just hold up Appa this turn. I feel like presenting just a solid blocker is better. Oh my. Well, That's Iroh. Can't do nothing about it. They get to make an 8/8, and they get to discard draw. And they could discard a lesson for extra value. Oh, they'd rather have a second 4/4. Weird. Boomy? Why would you discard Boomy? Airbending lessons only on a non-land permanent. So I will do Island to Island, activate ability, and we're opting this coming turn. Land, go to combat. I guess I should Turtle Shell. Do no attacks. Yeah, this is quite the start here. We have Airbending Lesson as well, if for some reason we deem that better. That's irrelevant. Maybe they discard Boomy because they have the get a card back thingy. They scry 2 here. And they are also still holding up the clue, which I do not love. We have 6 mana next turn. Do I play Appa and just bounce everything? And then just replay everything and make a million 1/1s too? Seems pretty good. I just use the flyers, but I can take 4 in the air. They have no lessons in graveyard. They're holding up cracking the clue, so they were holding priority no matter what. If this is Quenchia, it sucks, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Everybody! And then I'm just gonna replay my whole hand, I assume. Land is actually a pretty good draw too, because it means I can start with an Earth Kingdom Protectors. And then now I'm protecting Appa. Just play all the things back out. Appa's really good. Iroh's really good too, but they've kind of gotten the value out of him. The best thing they can do is draw a lesson, because they get to play it and then just play it again, so all of our lessons are doubled. But until we find a real removal spell, ain't nothing I can do about it. Airbending Iroh doesn't do anything. They just replay Iroh for 2 and then do the double lessons, even if they drew it. So I'd rather hold that up for a future term where it matters. No attacks. Yeah, our board just got really big. So in total, by playing Appa, we have the same board as we did, but now we have 3 1/1s. Legend of Roku also with Iroh. Wow, that's so good here. That's very good for me. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have a good way to deal with the Legend of Roku. I'll deal with him once he flips. Mill 2, looking for lessons. That's not lessons. Milling could be our win condition. I can't block the River Spirit, but if they attack with it, I have all flyers. I have a lot of damage actually on board. If I draw a green source and play Earth King's Lieutenant, my board is insane all of a sudden. Yeah, it's another blue, but they're out of mana, so they can't crack it. Oh, that's a green source. I guess I still start by drawing with the clue. Oh no, we bonk Iroh. Yeah, so we use this for green. I guess I can't bonk Iroh this turn, because I need to use this for green to actually do the thing. In that case, I should draw first. I could draw something better. Another land changes not the math. I need the green. We're just going to play this, because it's so much value. And I am holding up being able to redo the Appa thing. Or redoing Earth King's Lieutenant. That might even be better. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too worried about what they can do next turn. And I have Airbending Lesson to support me. If I attack with everybody, they have 6 blockers. I have 1 in the air they can block. And then 1, 2, 5, 6 on the ground. So one thing gets through. Yeah, it just doesn't really work. Alright, we hold up Airbending Lesson and Earth Kingdom Protectors with the threat of just bonking Iroh next turn with Barrels of Blasting Jelly. They're Boomerang Basicsing their own Avatar Roku, because they get to Boomerang Basics again from the graveyard. Yeah, this is pretty great. I'm actually fine with this. I think milling may be one of my main win conditions at this point. Like, they could now Boomerang Basics one of my things, I guess. Sure. You got me. Kyoshi Battle Fan, make another dude. Resolve. 13 cards in library. Question is, do I airbend Legend of Roku here to give myself more time? Like, I'm at 18, and I'm barrelsing Iroh, obviously. Yeah. I have to kill Roku eventually anyway, and we don't have a removal spell for both it and Iroh. And Iroh's gotta go. Land is terrible. Avatar Enthusiasts is mid, but not bad. We have to barrels the Iroh, almost certainly. And now I have attacks for real. Attacking makes this a 3-2, makes it a 4-2, so River Spirit kills it. The other option is I kill the River Spirit, but they're going to play a Reacher next turn, so that doesn't really work out how I want it to. I guess there's no harm in doing attacks first. My attacks are Appa, Sokka, Wandering Musicians, and that's it. Well, actually, I guess the two 1/1s don't really matter, because they're just going to block something with the River Spirit anyway. Could attack with the Messenger Hawk too. It depends on what we draw. It's a lot of damage. I guess I keep back the 1/1s this turn. Or the 2/2s this turn. I guess they make them 3/2s. They trade with everything. Yeah, I gotta do this while I have a Wandering Musicians, actually. So that's my attacks. And we see what we draw, because that's gonna matter a lot here. Allies at Last is the card I was thinking about, but if I draw it, this feels like it's game over, because now I can Allies at Last using, doesn't really matter what two creatures we use. This has Ward 2, so this costs 3. Resolve, auto pay. And then we barrels the Iroh, so they don't have a 5/5 blocker. And make them figure out blocks now. And we have an Earth Kingdom Protectors as well to cover any of the creatures that we attacked with. 2/3, 2/3, 1/3, 1/3. So I can trade Earth Kingdom Protectors off to save Wandering Musicians. Is that worth it? They're taking 9 here. Kind of crazy, actually. I actually think Wandering Musicians dying, now that we've traded off all of these guys, is fine. And I'll just kill an Herbalist, obviously. They go to 7. I play the land. No harm in it. That's both our green cards, by the way. So Ba Sing Se is the only green card left in our deck, technically. And I'd rather be able to protect Sokka or Appa, depending on what they hit here. Wow, I am so glad I got rid of frickin' Iroh. This is crazy. There's so many lessons. I can see their whole deck with the Seismic Sense. They can Boomerang Basic something here, I guess. Sorcery Speed, so if they're going to do it, they have to do it right now. That involves tapping one of their creatures, the Herbalist. Seismic Sense literally looks at their entire deck and reveals a creature or a land. So whatever the best thing left in their deck is, they are tutoring for it. I wonder how many creatures they even have left in the deck. That's a good question. Teo's a good creature. Okay. And then you can bounce something here. You're at 7 is the problem. Like, very much you are running out of airspace, life total wise. Sokka's a good bounce. I like that. Means I don't have a card to draw. Boomerang basics to draw? What? You can replay that, but it involves tapping both your lands. Yeah, green land eventually had to happen, right? I play Avatar Enthusiast. It puts a 1/1 counter on my Earth King's Lieutenant. They're at 7, and they have a bajillion cards in hand. So there's argument that I should attack with Sokka. And something else to trigger Sokka. If I attack with Aang, Sokka, and Messenger Hawk, I have to sack the Earth Kingdom Protectors to save something. Because they can block the Moose Lion on the Aang. I could just attack with Sokka and Messenger Hawk. But then they just double block with both 4/4s. And that doesn't really fix the problem. Yeah, I guess the answer is we just have to chill out. Force is like one of the worst draws in our deck. I'd rather draw Boss Sing Se at least, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once again, there's 6 lands left in our deck in the bottom 18. At 1 mana of any color. We need to find an answer to Roku. We have like 2 turns to do it. Start making 4/4s is the problem. Also, finding an answer to the Moose Lion like solves a lot of our issues too. Land is a pretty bad draw. Oh, they want to kill me. Well, Twin Blades kills me, right? If I don't block Moose Lion and I let one of these jerks through. So I do like this. I like giving them, or getting rid of the land seems pretty nice. Trading for a Messenger Hawk that isn't really helping anything. And then if they have Twin Blades, they need something else too to make the Moose Lion lethal, because right now it would be 16. Yeah, I'm down for this. You kill a Messenger Hawk, I kill both your 4/4 lands. Remember, you're at 7, and air raid is one part of this, but the other part of this is I have a pretty big board. Now, they have a lot of mana, so I'm not, expecting things to all go great, but first time flyer ain't it. We gotta get attacking here. It does put 2 1/1 counters on my creatures. And we lose to Roku next turn. It flips, and then they pay 4, 8, 4. They make a dragon right away off of it, so we need to get damage in while we can. I think this is in everybody attacks, and we hope we draw a real card. Yep, I can't do anything about that on before of a draw. Waterbending lesson. Interesting. If only this was target player. Appa gets blocked. Earth King's Lieutenant gets weirdly double blocked. They're letting Sokka through exactly. Yeah, they need to figure out blocks here. This is a weird one. The Sabertooth Moose Lion untapping was, I feel like, pretty telegraphed, but there wasn't much I could do about it. Waterbending lesson, drawing 3 cards here. Knowing me, it's going to hit 2 lands. Wow, we're really trading up the blocks now. Double blocking Earth King's Lieutenant and Avatar Enthusiasts, leaving Earth Kingdom Protectors unblocked. Interesting. And oh, you want to bounce the Sokka and kill these two creatures. Is 2 damage worth more to me than saving? We already used 1 airbending lesson. I'm pretty sure I have a second. I feel like I gotta save something here. I'm guessing it's the Earth Kingdom or Earth King Lieutenant, since it gives trample. And when we leave 2 blockers up, we're at 11. Not too worried about. I mean, is that even worth it? Yeah, we just make a lot of trample, but he's a 4/4 that makes it 4/4, so 8/8 of trample. We're drawing 2 cards here, or 3 cards here. Very likely I'm shuffling away the Legend of Roku. In which case, yeah, I think I want this Earth Kingdom Lieutenant to stay alive. Yeah, I'll kill the 1/3 because it's better for trample. Kill the Herbalist because it's just the better card. We lose Appa to this, but we drew the card. So now we get to Waterbending Lesson. Yep, we drew 2 lands. I knew we would draw 2 lands. It's so frustrating. 12 lands. There was 4 lands left in my bottom 13. So I don't discard a card, play a land, play Avatar Enthusiasts. I didn't even draw frickin' Bossing Say. So of the remaining 13 cards in my deck, 3 of them are basic, or 2 of them are basic forests. One's a basic, one's Bossing Say, and then one's another basic. So frustrating. I don't know what we were supposed to do this game. Just not draw lands like this, I guess. I don't know. They have 4 cards left in library. We're just trying to stay alive. But now they can Avatar Roku. Lost Days. A little bit late. I wouldn't say it's too late, but it is a little bit late. I can shuffle this away and they basically can't play it. Yeah, they make a dragon. I make a clue. Oh, we're also protecting it? Oh no, we're just putting it on the bottom. Yep, saves them 1 more draw. I don't know why it wants me to keep up double white. I have my 1 double white card in the graveyard. Really? Really? I could have attacked with Sokka, but it's basically sacking a card, right? Like, or it's sacrificing Sokka to draw a card. And trading Earth King Lieutenant, right? These lands, we flooded so hard this draft. That does not matter at all. I'm chump blocking that. And then Teo triggers. Teo is not a May. Really relevant. Okay, we take 5 in the air, so if we don't find an answer to... we have to chump block. 7 life. I mean, we're never getting through. Teo's not a May. I don't even know what I could draw. It feels like it doesn't matter. Like, we chump block, and now we're taking lethal. We're gonna miss again. We're gonna draw, like, the last non-basic land. Grand. Hilarious of you. About time. Alright. No attacks, obviously. See if they mess up. They're down to 2 cards. I don't know how they possibly mess this up, but we can put them in a position where attacking... Oh yeah, they attack with everything? Make one of the... Oh, they discard a land. That's a choice. So we have to block this flyer and jump and bounce, and then we take 2, 3, 4. We're alive. And they can't attack with any flyers next turn or they die. Unless they have a way to bounce tail or something. They move the battle band. That's irrelevant. That's 13 lands, 14 lands, 2 lands in our bottom 9. Get in for 3. I don't know. Let's see if they mess up. Nope, no attacks with flyers. Good job, opponent. Oh well. That's really tilting. Really tilting. I mean, what more can we have done? We drew so many cards. The remainder of our deck was just impeccable. Going second again. I want someone to look. Did I go second every game this draft? I can't keep this, I don't think. No white cards, but like I play a turn 2, I play a turn 3, and then boy, I just never draw another land and lose the game. Yep, this is keepable. We put allies at last back because we don't have the color for it. At least Lost Days we have the color for it. Sokka's good. I don't think I lead on Sokka. I think I lead on Messenger Hawk, but I like hanging out. We can hang out. I'll have a 2-drop, so nice little quench up. More Teamer, Lessons, something like that. I wouldn't even mind drawing like another land. Best land I could draw is Ba Sing Se. I'll take it. Play Messenger Hawk. I assume it gets countered. Oh, I guess it gets removaled. Neither. Cycle of Renewal. Totally fine. Sure. Are you more than 4 colors or 3 colors? Are you white for Avatar Aang? They go get white-blue. They're white for Avatar Aang. Swamp? What? Okay. This is a greedy deck. I don't mind seeing that. And then they miss their land. Do I want to play Sokka? Or do I want to play Sokka and Gran, or just Sokka and hold up Yip Yip? I think I want to play Sokka and just hold up Yip Yip. Get him for 1. Not blocking with the 1/2. Sokka blocking the 4/4 Swamp works after a Yip Yip. They could play land here and play Kicked Firebending Lesson and have to blow out. They attack here, it's a blowout too. Okay, that's awesome. I'm just doing this immediately because it's just absolutely devastating for them. They have black-green available. Yeah, like, this just loses the game. Okay, no idea what was going on over there, but that was a greedy deck, to say the least. Alright. Yuck. Oh, we're going second again. I feel like we've gone second every game. I don't think we can keep this one either. I guess I have to keep this, putting back Yip Yip. We have first-time flyers into Rowdy Snowballers. Barry Grass is a good draw, but Plains is a much better draw. Messenger Hawk is pretty good. Give me a clue that I can crack to go with this Watery Grasp I am surely eventually playing here. Plains is even better. I'll get him for my 1. We can't really do anything against Sokka here anyway, so I'm going to let him attack because they don't have a way to make him draw 2 cards. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just Rowdy Snowballers him and Watery Grasp him. So we tap him, and then he doesn't untap anymore. But we tap and stun, and then he doesn't untap anymore. And that puts a counter on Avatar Enthusiasts. Blue-black, what you got? The other way to play around Sokka is you just never let them have another creature they can attack with, and then he's just a 2/4 Vigilance, which it's pretty good, but might be the move. They're thinking hard about this turn. Azula on the hunt, you say? Well, then I have a trick for you. Ooh, how do I want to do this? I mean, I'm always playing Island. I don't want to give them a turn attacking with that. So I'm just going to Rowdy Snowballers it. There's a lot of choices here. I could Watery Grasp it and then shuffle it away. I think I like Rowdy Snowballersing it. Not giving them anything to attack with on it. I guess I should do this to be mana efficient and play around a protection spell. Get in for my 1 in the air. And then next turn I can, by doing it this turn, I can play Messenger Hawk and hold up cracking the clue. As opposed to needing to pay for the Watery Grasp from my hand and then not being able to ever crack the clue. Okay, well, I'm discarding this Plains. It's way more important that I have a Messenger Hawk, I would say, here. Oh, we drew the land anyway. That's pretty fine. Play a land. Plays under It'll Quench You, which I feel like is very likely they have right now. And now we're playing under, or we're able to, what's it called? Shuffle away the Watery Grasp if we need to. As well. I'll still get in for my 1 here. So we can either crack the clue or shuffle away Watery Grasp. Both are good. Sold out. Yeah, I can't stop that. They can trade the Corrupt Court Official here for a card by attacking with it and Sokka. I think that's just logical. Can't do much about it. They're basically dealing 2 damage to me, sacrificing that, drawing a card. Did they hit a land? Need a land. I need a lesson. Water Bending Lesson's probably the best draw in our deck. It'll Quench is not bad. Master Paku's not bad. I play Master Paku. I have no lessons in Graveyard right now, but that's okay. I think I'm actually going to hold back here. Because now I can tap Master Paku via Water Bending with this, and be holding up It'll Quench You at the same time. I like all those things. I feel like they've had a lot of dilemmas based off of their 1 swamp. Like they've played 4 black cards in a row. That informs me that they probably have multiple black cards in hand, and they're getting stuck on their own lands right now. That I'm countering like it's nobody's business. Get that out of here. Absolutely not. Ooh, last card is Octopus Form. Interesting. So I need to be careful because it means they can use Azula on the hunt. Or they can untap Azula on the hunt. Earth Kingdom Protectors is an amazing draw. Because now I can start getting in for damage. I will mill them for 1 here. It just bounces off of the Sokka. But then I don't have anything that bounces off of my Sokka, or when they attack. So I'm just milling them to take 2 damage. That doesn't seem right. Mm, 3 damage, easy peasy. Very obviously, they have Octopus Form as their last or one of their cards in hand here, so they've been trying to play with that available as well every turn. Teo's really good. That's not a card I wanted to see for sure. That will be a 2/5. I don't think there's a point in shuffling away Azula on the hunt or Azula on the hunt right now. Land is bad. They just don't know I have a land. Yeah, that is really bad. I can double block Sokka and then triple block Sokka probably at this point. Actually, it has to be quadruple to play through the 1 mana. Give it +1/+1 as well. So they attack with Teo and Sokka, draw, and then draw discard. Oh, and they have a Fire Nation drill. Come on, deck. What do they want to destroy? Probably first time flyers. There's no point in sacrificing the Earth Kingdom Protectors. Actually, Earth Kingdom Protectors just doesn't work anymore, as they can just always remove Indestructible via the Fire Nation drill once I've given it to something. No attacks? Oh, that's fantastic for me. Lost Days. Not very good into their last card being the Watery Grass protection spell, since we know that's what it is. I could use it on my own creature to get the clue and protect it. Like I could block, and then when they pump, shuffle away my own creature to save it. So I could shuffle away like Messenger Hawk, redraw Messenger Hawk off the clue that I use. Lost Days is a really interesting card here, for sure. If we find some of our actual cards, we're going to be in business. But right now we're seeing a lot of our filler, and they've seen 3 uncommons, 4 uncommons, a removal spell, and Fire Nation drill. And second Azula on the hunt. Yuck. Alright. I could have shuffled away my own Watery Grasp there. That seemed bad, though. Okay. Prove a Fire Nation drill. You got it. Attack with Teo and the Fire Nation drill. Why would you not attack with Sokka? That seems crazy. Yeah, I mean, they've drawn, like, perfectly. This is insane. Just everything is a primo uncommon or a removal spell. The worst card they've played is Corrupt Court Official. Remember, we know for a fact that one of the cards in their hand is Octopus Form. They draw a card, they draw a discard, they put a 1/1 counter on any creature. They can put it on the Fire Nation drill. Seems fun. Fire Nation drill is trample. We're at 16 though, but that's quickly going to evaporate. Put it on Sokka. Pass to blocks. This doesn't even kill it. That's so annoying. There, 5 damage. And then they, what? They give it +1/+1, and then I Lost Days, and my Prowess trades with it. Prowess for +1/+1. Yeah. Awesome. And then I lost days Azula? I need to kill this Sokka. It's kind of an issue. I also need to kill this Teo. Azula is the bigger problem right now. It draws a card straight up every turn. If their last card is somehow another thing, I don't know how it could be with one block up. But 6 for 6, they get to kill 3 health worth of things. I assume it's a 2/2 or 4 health worth of things. So I assume it's the 2 power or 2 toughness things. And then I'm left with a protectors and a Paku that don't really do anything. They could also just kill Paku, but then they're leaving me with 3 creatures and more power. That seems wrong. I guess they're deciding between killing just straight up Paku or what? Also, putting away Azula means Fire Nation Drill can't crew next turn. Unless they play something because it has crew 2. Wow, we're really struggling with this decision. Their deck's insane. This is, I mean, I can't believe they're running energy bending, but who cares, right? Like, their deck's doing great. Maybe they have Cat Gator. What to kill, opponent. I did the math. I knew what I was doing. Not giving them back Fire Nation Drill, and Azula is way more of a problem in the short term. The Flyer and the Protectors. Even though the Protectors does not do anything on this board. Because of Fire Nation Drill. We're going to draw land. Land Sokka. Sokka's real. I like Sokka. And then I attack with Master Paku and mill them for 2. So Azula goes away. Yep. We knew the plays we were making. And we can double block Fire Nation Drill and trade both for it. I really don't love that, but I just need them to miss 1 turn here. Like, surely they can miss 1 turn of a game. Just have all removal spells. I don't even care. That's not even that bad. Look, I mean, look at this deck. Deck's insane. Our deck is so mid. I'm happy we got 4 wins out of it, right? Like, we made our everything back. Yeah, that's another good draw. Not a good card, but it's a good draw. Yeah, they had all black cards for a while. Fire Nation Drill included. Like, their hand was like second Azula, Fire Nation Drill, Hog Monkey, Callous Inspector. None of them were good. Yep. And I do believe I am basically forced to double block here. I should put the 1/1 counter on the Callous Inspector. You should not put it on the drill. Unless you have another... Wow, second Teo, your deck is crazy. What? I guess you could put it on the Flyer, get the extra damage in this turn. That's not a bad consideration. Hog Monkey makes it so that you can give it Menace next turn, but I have to do this. And if they have another trick, they get me. Yeah. Fire Nation Drill, just casually like a 4 for 1. Barrels gives me prowess. I can't block either of these creatures, so I might as well go to combat and mill them. I can't block these creatures because they put a counter on Hog Monkey for gas. That's fantastic for me. What? What are you doing? And then I have to immediately barrels the Teo, because Teo's crazy. We're nowhere near dead. Master Paku is doing work. They can pay 5 to put 2/1 counters on this, and then I'm at 5. So that's 5, so so I'm at 2. But that takes their turn, right? So that's better than not killing Teo. I mean, it's better to kill Teo because Teo attacks does 3, which is less damage, but also filters and continues to grow. Appa's not a great draw because this becomes a 5/4. Venice, yeah. I have to draw something here. Classic. That's how this whole draft has been. Just more lands. Yeah, I mean, we didn't even draw terribly this game. The issue is their deck is just nuts. What is this? It's just all uncommons, right? Like the only commons they're playing are Corrupt Court Official, Octopus Form, Abandoned Detachments, Callous Inspector, and Azula Always Lies. This Hog Monkey's not even that good, but it's fine in their deck. Let's see 2 more cards in their deck. I'm just curious. Second Energy Bending? Why are you playing these? This does Cyclers, 2 mana, draw a card. Lesson for the Guru. Slight Fixing. I don't know. Their deck is, I guess, cool, but I don't know. I feel like I keep seeing people playing Energy Bending. I can see the argument for it. I want to talk about that card for a moment, but we'll do our deck review first. 4 wins moves us 1 forward, right? It means we broke even. It does mean that we did not get into the range of being able to hit Mythic in 1 draft, but I think that's okay. The deck was really tough to build. I'm really happy with what we settled on with just being the 2 green cards and then a Ba Sing Se. We don't really have the ability to be just blue-white. We'd have to play some pretty yucky cards to do that. And I don't think being more green is a good thing because the green cards we'd be playing are very reliant on us having boards that we often didn't have. So overall, pretty okay deck. Really happy to go 4 wins with it and move on to the next one and keep us in the range of being able to hit Mythic still. Real quick on Energy Bending. This set has quickly evolved to be way more warped around the best cards in your deck. The best cards in your deck are so much better than all the rest of the cards in your deck that whether or not you find them is significantly more impactful in games. So what I'm seeing at the high diamond level is people playing not as good cards that simply draw a card because finding the cards that are more important is so much more impactful than just playing okay cards. So yeah, you could play just another 2-drop that kind of just, does something, but why would you do that when you could play Energy Bending, which draws a card, which the card you draw, you're now 1 closer to playing your Fire Nation Drill. Fire Nation Drill in that game was a 4-for-1, right? So Energy Bending being the card they drew to get to it, and spent 2 mana, they still spent 2 cards for 4 cards, so it was still worth it, right? It came down, killed a card, completely nullified Earth Kingdom Protectors because I couldn't use its ability, forced really awkward trades as a result. I would attribute that to being worth at least a card. And then it itself had to be 2-for-1 because it's a 6/3 trample. What the heck, right? So, just goes to show, look at this deck, right? How much better is Appa than the bottom cards in my deck? How many cards in the bottom of my deck, like the worst cards in my deck, would you say add up to being worth an Appa, right? How many Yips, Idle Quenchas, and Avatar Enthusiasts do you say that you'd rather have 1 Appa than 2 or 3 of these? Like in my hand at various points, I'd rather have 1 Appa than a Yip and an Idle Quencha, right? And so that's just looking at it from that point of view. So maybe that card has a little bit more weight when you have the bombs to support it as opposed to playing another color. There's an argument that if we had 2 energy bending lessons, right, would I have done that instead of the green at all and just had that be a way to get to Appa faster and get to my kind of better uncommons as well, right? Lost Days isn't uncommon, but it sure does feel like it. These are all considerations for this set. More to learn for sure as we move forward with Avatar. We're so close to Mythic. So if you've enjoyed this video, I would love it if you gave this video a like, if you subscribe to the channel, if you've been watching. But more importantly, I hope to see you on the next one. See you there.